Welcome to the post-fight press conference. For those that are joining us on the live stream, we are, of course, still on site here at Revel in Atlantic City. We've got the fighters behind us, of course. We'll open it up for questions just after opening comments. So for those members of the press that are joining us, we'll have the focus turned upon you for questions, and we'll do that after our opening comments. So we'll do that right now. For the CEO and chairman of Bellator MMA, he'll have the opening comments, Mr. Bjorn Rebney.
Thanks, Mike. This is why I became a fan of this game, was to watch an event like this and see 7 fights make a TV broadcast, to see 7 finishes, to see the kind of performances we saw on both sides of this table tonight. It just, that's why I fell in love with the game, and that's why I watch the game, and that's why I watch everything out there in MMA. So just, I hate to be kind of silly about this, but a big applause for these guys who gave us this kind of night, please. I'd like to thank our partners here at Revel. This place is absolutely magnificent. That arena just rocked tonight. It was packed. There was not an available seat. It looked like $1 million. This is just an unbelievable facility, great hotel. They've been hugely gracious hosts to us, and to the people that work with me day in and day out at Spike that make this kind of thing possible, that make events like this with this caliber of fighter and these caliber of fights available on free TV consistently week in and week out. A huge thank you to our partners at Spike. Helped us put on another amazing show tonight for fans. 2 hours, 7 fights, 7 finishes, and the kind of fights you saw tonight. So a big thank you to those guys. I'll turn it to the fighters at this point. Justin Wilcox, a guy who was not supposed to be in our tournament at featherweight. We called him 2 weeks before the tournament was supposed to start. He was, I think, 25 pounds overweight at the time, and through just guts and determination was able to make it into this tournament, make it through the first couple rounds. A huge applause to him. An absolute warrior. A terrific human being, and a guy that I'm thrilled to have fighting in our organization and who will be back. And Patricio Pitbull, that's his 3rd tournament championship that he has been in. It's the 2nd one that he has won. Just an amazing performance tonight. You're really looking at one of the greatest featherweights we have in the game. And he'll get an opportunity to fight for the title in short order. So just a spectacular performance by Patricio Pitbull.
Só tenho a agradecer, estar na organização melhor do mundo. E eu vim aqui para dar o meu melhor.
So I want to thank everybody for the support, Bellator, and every time he comes to the cage, he will come to give his best, and except for the next one.
Yeah, I would like to thank Bellator, for giving me this opportunity. Like you said, I took it on short notice, not 2 weeks, 7 days, 22 pounds, but yeah, I'm excited to be fighting for Bellator. I was telling my manager, I was like, man, get me in there. These guys put on exciting fights, and so I'm just really happy to be here, and just look for me to be in that next tournament. I told Patricio, hopefully, I pray that he wins, so me and him can do it again. Thank you.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Tom McKenna. Stood in. Marcus Calvon is one of the best bantamweights we've got in the world. And to step up and fight a guy like that, even with notice, is a tremendous show of courage, and he put on a good fight. Marcus, we usually see you knocking people out, but it was a breath of fresh air to see your jiu-jitsu today, and that is just a masterful art when you put it on inside the cage. So congratulations on a big win. You'll see him next in our next 135-pound tournament, and he'd probably be a betting favorite to win the whole thing. So congrats.
Eu só quero agradecer a oportunidade que o Bellator está me dando. E eu não escolho adversário, eu luto com quem o Bellator for mandar o nome para mim, eu vou lutar com qualquer um adversário, 135, eu luto com qualquer um. Eu quero agradecer também meu oponente, que aceitou lutar comigo. É um guerreiro, um garoto novo, tem muito talento. E estou muito feliz hoje pela minha vitória e estou muito triste pela derrota do meu irmão Sérgio. E ele vai dar a volta por cima e eu tô aí para lutar com qualquer um.
He wants to thank Bellator for giving him the opportunity to fight. He wants to thank Tommy Kenza for taking the fight. He's a young guy and he knows he has a bright future. He's a super tough opponent. And at 135, Laura said anybody, who they put in front of him, he's ready to fight. He's very happy for his win today. And thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank Bellator also for letting me fight for him. And it was, he came out and did a little bit different than what I was expecting. A lot of times you see him, he's a banger, likes to stand up and bang with everybody, but it's a little bit different this fight. But I just want to thank Bellator again. Thanks.
And in our Volkov-Minikov fight for the heavyweight world title, I'm thrilled to say our heavyweight division has just exploded in terms of the level of fighter that we've got fighting at heavyweight for us. Our former champion Volkov is a huge talent. You're going to see him back in our cage in very short order. He's a wickedly talented fighter. It's Mr. Minikov's night tonight. He is also an incredible talent with the Sambo background, the incredible strikes, a great power in his hands. He's got a lot of the facets of the game that some European fighters don't come with, which is incredible wrestling, great takedowns, great hips. So just two great fighters. Just unbelievably exciting to watch. Everything you would ask out of heavyweights. And I'm just a big congratulations to both of them and to our new heavyweight champion, Mr. Minikov. Congratulations.
Я очень рад, что у меня все получилось. Не только у меня, у нашей команды, у команды Fight Nights. Я хочу поблагодарить своих менеджеров Камила Гаджиева, Алексея Жернакова. Также хочу поблагодарить Александра и его команду за хороший бой. Я очень хорошо отношусь к Александру. Спасибо большое.
I want to thank all the fans for rooting for us. I want to thank my team, Fight Nights team, my managers, Kamil Gadjiev and Alexey Zhernakov. And I want to thank my opponent, Alexander, and his team, because it was a great fight. It was a great performance. I really like him as a fighter. I really like him as a person. And I think we showed a very good fight tonight. Thank you, everybody.
So thank you very much for Vitaly. He's a very tough guy. He's a real champion. Thank you for Bellator for this fight with undefeated fighter. It was very good. Sorry for my team for this lose, for all people who spent time on me, and thank you for all guys who support me. So I a little bit upset with this fight because I was before in worse situation, and when I won this fight, but so it was stopped I think a little bit earlier. But no question for Vitaly. He's a real tough guy. He wins this fight. Won this fight. Thank you.
And I think most everybody knows the story of kind of how this fight came about, but what most people don't know is that the fight between Quentin Rampage Jackson and Joey Beltran was one that we made a lot of calls on at that last minute. When things fell out and Tito fractured his neck, we called fighter after fighter after fighter, and there was one fighter in MMA who called us religiously the second the announcement was made, and it was a gentleman sitting to my right. Didn't hesitate, didn't negotiate, leaped at the opportunity for a fight like this and said, I'm in the gym, I'm training, I'm ready to go. So big kudos to the gentleman sitting to my right. He stood up. It was well documented in terms of what we were doing on Spike, what kind of a camp and what kind of preparation Quentin Rampage Jackson was putting into the prep for the Tito fight. There were no surprises that his knees were back and that he was going to be ready to fight. So for Joey Beltran to step up like that, a big applause to him. And also, he's a gentleman that will do damage with us in our 205 division. I can't wait to see him back in the cage. And the gentleman sitting to my left, we had a plan that he and I put together as partners. And that plan has started to work itself through the system. And there was a little bit of a deviation on the theme a couple of weeks ago, and we put it right back on track. We were able to get a huge fight here at a big sold-out house at Revel, let fans on Spike watch that fight for free, and everything that he and I have been talking about. The plan is working. The knees are back. You saw the punching power is back. It's all coming back into the fold, and you're going to see a lot more of it. You're just seeing the beginning and the infancy of this plan right now, and the orchestration will be a beautiful thing to watch if you're a fan of MMA. So a big, huge congratulations to my friend and our business partner, Quinn Rampage Jackson, as well.
I want to say thank you to Rampage, thank you to Bjorn, thank you to Bellator for giving me the chance to come out and earn some Christmas money that I definitely was not going to have until Tito pussed out. So thank you guys. Bottom line, it sucks. It is, but it is what it is. I'm looking at it like that, I'm able to go home, nothing's wrong with my face, go see my beautiful wife and my kids and enjoy the holidays and get ready for the 205 tournament. And I would love Rampage to fight again. I would really love it. We could do it at catchweight. We'll do it at heavyweight. I don't care. I would just love to fight you again, man. With you-know-who not as the referee. That's all. I mean, me and this guy, yeah, man, we're a little upset. But it's all good, man. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to Bellator, to Bjorn Rebney, Revel. This place is awesome. It's ridiculous how nice this place is. And that's about it, man. Thank you, guys.
I want to say a special thanks. I got so much respect for you, bro, for stepping up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not like us. We like true warriors, man. I would gladly fight you again one day when you have enough time to train. You tough dude, You had a great game plan. You know what I'm saying? It was good. You did a good job. And I want to thank Spike and Bellator. This place, you guys have no idea. I fought in all the big shows all over the world, and this place, the energy here is just so good. I just like the way they treat all the fighters. You see how Bjorn, like, the first thing he do is, like, congratulate us. Like, we feel good. That's why, I see the fighters here, they come and put on the show. We put our lives on the line. We put our health on the line to entertain people. But sometimes we don't feel appreciated. But here in Bellator, we do. And that's why I noticed, like, why you guys fight so hard. And that's why I train so hard. And that's why I fight so hard. And I just want to thank you, man. You changed me, man. You got my knees fixed. No one ever done anything like that for me. And you guys are going to see a different change in me. You already see the way I was fighting a tough guy over here, I'm finna mix it up and change back to a true mixed martial artist, and that's only, the beginning of, it's going to be a lot more stuff coming. I'm finna go back to the gym right after Thanksgiving and start back working hard. I got a strong team with me. If you guys have been paying attention, we've been pretty much undefeated in Bellator, except for two of my teammates fought each other, so they don't count, Congo won, so, still we kind of like, that's the only loss, and we lost to ourselves, so, we've been, it still don't count, but, I got some great coaches, Dave Jackson, we got Antonio McKee and Tom Blackledge and Gavin Stewart, and, Wolfler, man, these guys, they train me hard, but the last couple of years, it's been looking like I've been sucking because I've been hurting. I've been out there fighting hurt. And, I've been trying to, keep it real. But fans think you're making excuses. But now it's on. I just want to thank everybody that still support me. And there's a lot more years left in me. Thank you, guys.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. For those that may have just recently joined us in the live stream, we welcome you. Post-fight press conference underway. We're still here on site at Revel, Atlantic City. So with opening comments taken care of, gentlemen, again, thank you very much. Let's open it up to those members of the press that have questions. We'll take the first question. And gentlemen, here you go.
Good evening, gentlemen. Congratulations. Luke Thomas here from MMA Fighting. Rampage, can you talk about what actually was the problem with the knee? Could you not put weight on it? Was it constant pain? What exactly was it doing to you?
Well, I injured my right knee years ago. I injured training for the Rashad Evans fight, and then it just took its toll. Then later I tore my meniscus a month before I fought Bader, and then the left knee, John Jones kicked it backwards when I fought him, and it's never been the same since. And so it was just like I've been training on two bad knees, and I couldn't really train the way I. That's my breath. My breath does that too. It's bad. I got mouthpiece breath. It's bad. I'm sorry, guys. This microphone's trying to get out of my hand. I apologize. I keep it away like this. And so it's like it was like very painful Like I did surgery and I got the meniscus fixed, but it was still painful after my last fight in my left knee. I don't know. I got MRIs on it and stuff like that, but I don't know why it's. I guess because it's hyperextended. I don't know why it's in so much pain, but now they're good.
A question for Bjorn. You have two fighters, obviously upset with Dan Miragliotta's stoppages. What is your sense? Did you feel they were early, on time?
No, look, I haven't had a chance to go back and look at them, but Dan does a pretty amazing job. He's one of the best we've got in the game. And look, if a referee is ever going to make a mistake, I would always rather see that mistake be made a little bit early than a little bit late. So, I was looking at both of them. I thought the uppercut in the heavyweight world title fight, that was a vicious uppercut that would have knocked out most horses. And when he unleashed 20 seconds to go in the round, a lot of clean shots landed. From what I saw, they didn't seem like early stoppages. They seemed like good stoppages where the referee was paying attention to fighter safety, which is paramount to what everybody should be paying attention to. So I don't have much of an issue with it.
Rampage, given what you'd gone through over the last 10 or so months, the last 3 fights with the UFC, the first fight here, it seems like there's been a tremendous weight, at least that's the impression that I'm getting. There's been this tremendous weight being lifted off your shoulders. If you could delve into that a little bit more for us, just what this win today means for you.
It's the breath. Should have got a mint. I'm sorry. It means a lot because now I can train hard, and that's was the thing. Was like I knew why I wasn't performing well to myself. And my team they knew why I wasn't performing well because they was with me. They saw that I couldn't train properly, but I always thought that I got a puncher's chance, and I think I still can go into the fight like half ready and still do well. I did okay. I lost some fights by decision. Like John Jones, he's like the best of the weight class. He beat me fair and square. I was pretty much healthy for that fight. My right knee bothered me a little bit, but it wasn't injured. But the other 2 fights, I just wasn't myself. And today, in this training camp, I just knew that I was going to do well. I knew it no matter who I fought that I was going to whoop their ass. I just know it because. Like John Jones, the only time in my whole career when I came in a fight in a really good shape and I didn't get the victory. That's the only time that I was overconfident for the fight. I was like, man, I'm in the best shape of my life. There's no way I'm losing. And today, the same thing. I'm like, man, I'm in better shape than I was when I fought John Jones. There's no way. I started off slow, but I got back to my old self, and it's hard to explain how good I feel now that now I know I can go back and train like I used to and stuff and go and perform because like it's dangerous if you go in that cage and you can't really protect yourself and you're not ready. It's real dangerous if you get in with these guys. Look how big this guy is. He's tough. He hit hard. It's crazy. My breath is bad.
Actually, it's not Rampage's breath, so you can put your bins away. It was an RF hit with that microphone, so that microphone's out. Next question from the members of the press.
Hi, Christian Stein with MMAJunkie.com. For Joey, you had talked in the past about fighting in some minor organizations in which the check bounced and, things like that. You know what I'm talking about. Now you headline your own card here. I mean, can you talk about the progression and how you feel from coming from that place and to a night like tonight, just regardless of the result?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that's the plan of anybody that gets into this is to eventually fight people on the level of Rampage Jackson and headline shows. I mean, why else would we do this? I mean, to be honest with you, as far as my career goes, this is the last place I'm going to fight. I'm going to make my run for it. I'm going to get in that tournament, and I'm going to go for it. And if I don't do it, I'm not going to go back to Gladiator Challenge or Wild Bill's country cage fighting in Oklahoma and build my record just for the sake of ego. Like, I want to fight the best in the world. I want to fight for a high-level organization. And if I can't do it, then it's all right. I'll go get a normal job and raise my kids and enjoy my wife, But, yeah, I mean, this is an awesome moment. See you headline a big show against a world-class, like literally world-class opponent, like a former world champion, like for a chubby little Mexican kid from Carlsbad, California. That's pretty cool. My life's my life definitely doesn't suck. So it's good. It's good. That answers. It's a good process, I guess, to answer your question.
And for Rampage, what can we expect to see you doing outside of MMA, especially since Bellator has an off season? So I mean, you've talked about other things like professional wrestling and what have you.
Yeah, I'm still have plans to do professional wrestling. I got to learn the trade. You know, that's where I get to be a big kid. I always wanted to be a pro wrestler even before I even knew what MMA was. So I still do stuff like that. And, you know, I got other little projects that I like doing. I'm still trying to get into the video game world. So I keep myself busy. But other than that, I'm just going to keep training and keep working and getting better. I want to bring my ground game back up like it used to be back in the day. So I'm just going to be back in the gym.
And Patricio, the strategy against Wilcox, was it to hurry up and get the TKO as soon as possible because he's so dangerous until the very last breath, as we saw in previous fights?
O Wilcox é wrestler muito duro. Ele, nas duas apresentações, ele conseguiu colocar seus adversários para baixo e depois disso os oponentes não conseguiram reverter. Eu fiz a estratégia em cima disso e eu queria acabar a luta rápido sim, para não ter complicações futuras nos rounds seguintes.
Yeah, Wilcox in his previous fights, he controlled the guys and took everybody down and controlled well on the ground. So our strategy was, to keep the fight on the feet, and finish as soon as possible. But no one's going to be a tough fight. But everything worked out well. My hands landed, and so that's pretty much it.